I'm Stephen Brown, my partner here at Reddy Neumann P.C. in Houston, Texas. Today is March 12th, 2025. I just wanted to take a minute today to talk about the April 2025 Visa Bulletin that we received 2 days ago on March 10th. And, there's kind of a lot of movement here. I put up a tweet, if you follow me, about the good, the bad, the ugly, about this, and I figured a quick video discussing some of this is worth doing. We're going to talk about this solely in the employment-based context. For those of you that are looking for info on family-based, especially F2A and F2B, I've got something I'm working on that to try to gain insight on why that's not moving. But let's talk about some of the good here. With the Visa Bulletin, positive movement for India on final action dates. Got a little bit of movement on EB1. We've got 2 weeks worth of movement. On EB2 India, we've got about 1 month forward. For EB3 India, we get about 2 months forward. So those are available on the Department of State's website, and that's good. It's good to see movement for the most backlogged country with India. For rest of the world, EB1 still current. EB2 rest of the world forward about a month. EB3 rest of the world forward about a month. Again, good movement on final action dates there. EB2 and EB3 China. This is, incredible. 5 months forward for EB2 final action. And then EB3 China, final action forward by about 3 months. So, we're seeing good movement, but, we're going to talk at the end of this video what you should kind of be doing on this, because we're going to talk about the bad and the ugly here in a little bit. So, just to kind of cap off our good filing dates, some movement on EB2, China and India, Chart B, filing dates. Not a lot. I don't know if as of this video we've gotten the information from USCIS about which chart they're going to use for adjustment. But, forward progression for the two backlog countries, significantly backlogged country, the rest of the world's backlogged too, is good. Now, the bad, okay? We have very little movement on EB1, China, and India. So we have some. Like I said, India about 2 weeks forward on the final action date. But it's still backlogged to 2/15/2022. And China's a little bit backlogged too on EB1. Not as bad as India. And I'm trying to just pull up the chart here. And that's, it's not good, right? We don't want to see backlog in what should be the highest tier category for our best and brightest. Yeah, China is November 2022 on EB1. Rest of the world's current on EB1, so that's good. The bad here that this is not something we do a lot of at Reddy Neumann, but it's something kind of personally I'm really interested in is EB4 and certain religious workers. So EB4 had a massive change in everything. I think it was 2023 that caused some backlog, and now it's unavailable for everybody. On EB4, the certain religious workers. Now the certain religious workers program sunsets this month, but EB4, for certain special immigrants, including, religious workers like priests, that's unavailable. And that's causing problems when you think, R1 is a 5-year visa for religious workers, and it can't continue like H-1B. The reason it's in the bad and not the ugly is we knew that was coming. They had already announced it. Now, let's talk the ugly. If you have an unreserved EB5, meaning a pre-RIA, or it's not in the rural, or it's not a high unemployment area, huge retrogression for China and India for the unreserved final action date. So EB5 unreserved India, January 2022, now is November 2019. EB5 unreserved China goes from July 2016 to January 2014. So that's huge. I mean, that's a lot of retrogression for people that have been retrogressed for a while. Now, the good thing with EB5 is our set-asides are still current, right? Those rural investments, there's high unemployment. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last, so if you're looking at doing EB5, you might want to, pull that trigger soon. So what should you be doing with this information? Well, my opinion is get your green card as soon as possible, right? Do whatever it takes. Put in those service requests, put in those expedite requests, talk to your congressman. We have been doing a ton of litigation on these cases, as they become current in certain categories, depending on how long it's been pending and all that. We've been seeing success. I mean, this month we've been filing cases for people that became current in the March visa bulletin because they've been waiting forever on this EB2 and EB3. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out on it. We've been seeing good success with it. But do those transfer of underlying basis. Do those send in those medicals if you need to, whatever. But my opinion is get off this roller coaster of a visa bulletin, especially those of you that were in that 2020, November, October 2020 filing window. You go forward and then you go backwards and then it's retrogressed and it's upside down and it's loopy and it's whatever. Like I said, my advice to clients is get off the roller coaster as soon as you can. This is getting, it's just unpredictable. We don't know what the visa bulletin is going to look like next month. Nobody predicted this EB5 retrogression that can happen. Nobody predicted the 2022 retrogression that occurred for EB2, EB3 India. So, do what it takes. We're, keep you guys updated as we get more information. And if you are interested in kind of knowing your options, feel free to reach out. And I'm going to try to do these with visa bulletins. Not everyone, because some of them, to be honest with you, they're boring. We don't see a lot of movement on some of the visa bulletins. And it's but when we see movement like this, I'll try to put something together and do an overview. So thanks for taking a listen, and we look forward to hearing from you if you need anything. Thank you.